So this is a soft tissue technique to help get more mobility within a big toe that has a bunion. The bunion that's coming out this way, usually when there's a bunion, the toe wants to drift in down that way as well. And there's usually an enlarged knuckle through here. A bunion is the consequence of having flat feet that's coming from hips that, glutes that don't work, and hip flexors that are too tight, quads that are too tight, adductors that are too tight as well. So it's an issue coming all the way from the hip when you have flat feet and bunions. So we need to look all the way up the chain. However, this is a method to help get more mobility through there. So the knuckle, you feel around your toe, you'll feel the big knuckle of the big toe. So the big knuckle is just here. So I'm using my fingers in kind of a ring grip this way. And I'm grabbing on and I'm pulling up. So I'm putting a traction on there. I'm pulling out that way. Then I get right on top of my knuckle. So my knuckle's all here. Right on top of it is the big tendon. So I pull the skin across of the tendon to the inside of it, so to the left side of the tendon here. Then I challenge it a little bit and I flick over it, and you'll feel it flick like a guitar string. And for me, just then I felt like my toe just let go even more. I want you to do that again. So take the skin on one side of the tendon, flick across, do it again. So do it 3 times. And then we go in the same direction, all the way around the joints, so around the biggest part of the knuckle, all the way around. You won't be able to see this totally, but I'm going right around the bottom of the knuckle as far as I can around. And then I'm grabbing onto the knuckle and I'm going to circle my big toe 3 times. You're not going into pain, but you're aiming to get a little bit more movement if you can. 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. Then I'm grabbing on, so my thumbs connect to the back, like that. And I'm trying to banana bend my big toe. You're not aiming to go into pain with this, and hold for 3 seconds. So it's 3 of everything and 3 seconds at the end. Then that's the big toe bunion procedure. Do both sides. Way you can enhance this more, which is going into the foot more, is that so my left hand around my left ankle, thumb is on the heel to stop it moving, because when I turn my foot here, my heel will want to turn to a certain degree as well. It'll want to turn over. So I block the heel from moving. So it's just stopping this from moving here. Then I grab around in this grip, around my top of my foot, the last two or three toes. Then my thumb goes on the big knuckle of the heel. Then I'm aiming to turn the foot, and I block this one, turn. I'm blocking this one here. So I'm getting this screwing motion, fingers pull, thumb pushes. And you're getting more movement through the midfoot. And then I'm grabbing the other way, turning. So I'm trying to turn it this way now. The foot's very strong, very tough. So you can actually put a fair bit of force in and do this again. So you'll find that you'll get to a certain point and the foot feels like it won't go any further. You leave it there for a couple of seconds longer and it'll start to what's called creep. So the tissue starts to open more, so it'll creep. Then we go the other way again. Other way again. So you do that about 6 times is good. And then you're just pulling the foot over that way. So you're aiming to straighten, stretch all the way through here. And hold that for about 6 seconds as well. So 6 times, 6 seconds at the end. Do both feet. That's recommended to do every day. To soak your feet first if you've got really inflamed bunions is very useful too, in warm water, Epsom salts. And definitely be looking at getting strengthening for your hips, lengthening muscles in the hip flexors, lengthening your adductors. Bunions aren't genetic, flat feet aren't genetic either. It's just the way the bodies are not being used properly. These sort of things can be corrected to a big degree, no matter what age you are. There's a certain point where bunions can be, they won't go back to being fully straight, but you can definitely get more mobility through them, definitely improve what the foot's doing and what the hip's doing.